Harry Truman had large shoes to fill when he stepped into the role of president when Franklin Roosevelt died suddenly. Before assuming the presidency, he had not been aware of America's most secret weapon program, that of the development of the atomic bomb. Yet only a few months later, he had to make one of the most consequential decisions that a U.S. president has to make, the dropping of the atomic bomb. Truman decided to drop the bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, hoping it would bring an end to the war without the U.S. having to engage in a costly invasion of the main Japanese islands. With the end of the war, Truman successfully managed the transition from wartime nation to a nation at peace. He also successfully began the policy of containment of the Soviet Union. He elucidated what became known as the Truman Doctrine, that the United States would help any country threatened by communism. Truman supported the Marshall Plan that helped rebuild the European economies. The U.S. also led the establishment of NATO during Truman's first term. Truman was expected to lose his re-election bid, but surprised everyone by eking out a victory. Truman tried to extend the social programs of the New Deal by pushing what he called the Fair Deal. The deal provided money for federal housing and slum clearance. The minimum wage was extended, and most importantly, under the GI Bill, millions of veterans went back to school. Truman was not successful in bringing about any form of national health care. When the North Koreans invaded South Korea, Truman sent American troops to defend South Korea and stop a communist takeover.
If communism is allowed to absorb the free nations, one by one, then we would be isolated from our sources of supply and detached from our friends. Then we would have to take defense measures that might really bankrupt our economy and change our way of life.